The testing that we're going to do today is what we call our very severe hail testing, where we can test the impact of hail during an environmental or weather event. So when we're talking about very severe hail, a large portion of where we're focusing is in the middle of the United States. States like Colorado, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, areas that are going to see large impacts, 2-inch or greater.
In the West, you guys have seen the very severe hail region that's in the middle of the state. Those are conditions that places like Florida don't have to worry about, right? They don't have to worry about if they're going to get hail and the impact of it. In Tornado Alley, right, you need systems that can handle tornado and debris coming from tornadoes, right? Those are all things that JM tests for.
So the products that we'll be testing today will be our insulation, which this is a polyisocyanurate insulation underneath a coverboard. In this case, a gypsum-based coverboard designed for very severe hail impact. And then also our TPO membrane, 60 mil TPO membrane over the top, adhered to the top of the coverboard. We'll also show the impact of using TPO over the top of insulation without a coverboard to show the difference of why the coverboards are important when we're looking at hail performance of a commercial roofing system. What we do is we evaluate the depth of the indentation. We're looking at it to see, okay, how much is that impact? We're also looking at the membrane. Is my roof still watertight? Do I see any kind of fracturing? When you get into a hail performance, the more hail impacts that you have or hail events that you have to your roofing system, the more of these dimples you're going to see. The more dimples you see, the more deterioration and degradation you see in your roofing system. So when we look at the performance after we've added a coverboard that's specifically designed for very severe hail testing, you don't have as deep of an indentation and the membrane is still fully intact. You do not have any fracturing of the membrane as well, and no damage to the insulation underneath. The third system that we tested is what we call a composite board. And what we do is we take your standard density insulation, which is 1.5 inches, and we add a high density 1/2-inch coverboard to the top in process. So this is manufactured as one piece. So with these composite coverboards, they're a lot easier and faster to install because you're taking out a step for the contractor. You can tell just by me lifting these, much lighter weight. With that lighter weight also comes less transportation costs. We can fit more on one truck because we're not constrained by weight, we're constrained by volume when we load this onto a flatbed. Our roofing products are sold through roofing distribution across the United States, as well as we have specialized contractors that JM certifies to install our guaranteed roofs that can offer hail riders for specific roofing systems in locations where you would need very severe hail performance out of your roofing system.
Most ASTM requirements out there have specific standards for weathering. What we like to see here at JM is at least 2 or 3x of those weathering requirements. For us, that makes sure that we can see that it's going to withstand not only weather today, but weather potentially in 10 or 15 years.